bloody fantastic.
Hey, hello everybody, my name is Goodboy, and welcome to a video on Tiny. The hero is fairly OP right now, and pro player Primate is going to tell us why. Hi Primate, how's it going?
Hey man, what's up? It's going well.
Good, good, and I'm, awesome too. So, let's do this. So, one of the interesting things is Tiny in the most recent Dream League pro tournament was the most contested hero in the game. So he had he was picked and banned more times than any other hero in the tournament, and it was about an even keel, slightly more bans than picks, but Tiny saw a lot of play. So what would you say are the main reasons why Tiny is being so sought after by every pro team?
So I think the first reason is why Tiny was the most picked and banned hero. I think is because they removed Wisp. This is probably the first reason. Wisp was probably in every tournament. Wisp is the most picked or banned hero in every single tournament.
Yeah.
And because they changed the abilities of the hero, like we talked in the video before about Wisp, like you cannot pick him anymore in the captain's mode. Yeah. So Wisp is the strongest hero that you can pick. The second one that you can pick is Tiny.
Right.
And that's why Tiny was the most picked and banned hero in this tournament. That's the whole reason. Like if Wisp was in the tournament, Tiny would have been second.
Okay.
This is the first reason.
In the previous so patch 7.20, Tiny wasn't being picked all that much.
Probably because the meta was a bit different. I think that's the only reason. Because before you had like different strategies, and like at 7.20 they had those things with status resistance and stuff like that. So after the new patch, they removed the bonuses that you got from agility. Like the intel heroes are getting less mana pool. The agility heroes are not getting that much attack speed from agility, and the strength hero are not getting health anymore that much. Like if you remember before with Kunkka, if you had threads and two bracers, you had 2k health or something like that. Yeah. Now you don't have it anymore. Yeah. The same goes with Tiny. So on this patch, the heroes that lost the most are the agility heroes, especially the core heroes.
Yeah.
And probably the heroes that won the most are heroes on strength, agility, heroes on strength, or heroes on agility that don't need the attack speed. That means Lone Druid, for example. So that's why there are a lot of guys winning right now with Lone Druid, Lifestealer, Lycan, and so on. Because now they got heroes that can fight early and get Midas, for example. You see that everybody's playing like Lifestealer with Midas and Radiance, and they just fight a lot and they don't care about it. Like agility heroes are not as good as farming as they were before.
Right.
So that's why those heroes are pretty good right now. The thing about Tiny is that
so hold on, just to clarify. So those heroes are so the obviously primary attributes no longer grant 25% extra bonus.
I don't know how it was called before. It's not status resistance. I don't know, ability bonus or something like that. I don't know how they named it.
And so it no longer does that. So then the heroes that are most, what heroes benefit most from that, and why?
So the hero that lost the most are the agility heroes, and the heroes that benefit the most are probably the strength heroes.
Okay, fine. So but why is that?
So it's like I said, the agility heroes lost attack speed, the intelligence heroes lost mana pool, and the strength heroes lost strength. That means that it's harder to farm with agility heroes, and it's harder to use a lot of spells with intelligence heroes because you lost mana.
Yeah.
So that means the strength heroes didn't lost agility, they didn't lost mana pool. They are still good. And because the meta is
squishier, but they're squishier, aren't they?
Yeah, they are a bit squishier, but that's like not that much of a problem. And because of the agility heroes are farming harder, they are not getting Battle Fury in 12 minutes now, because they are probably going to get something in 15-16 minutes.
Yeah.
That means that you, as a carry on strength, are able to buy a Midas and get your farm up. Like you can get Midas and Radiance on Lifestealer, for example, in 20 minutes or even faster than that.
Yeah.
So because it's harder for the agility heroes to farm, you can farm with strength heroes a bit faster, basically.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna fall behind like you did in the last patch.
Yeah.
That's why heroes like Tiny, Lycan, Lifestealer, whatever, Lone Druid are pretty good right now.
Yeah. No,
So,
that makes sense.
Tiny was probably the most picked hero at the tournament because, first of all, it's strong on the laning stage. It's good on almost every position. I think Tiny is one of those heroes, maybe like Nature's Prophet, that you can play on almost every position. I played in my life Tiny on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, every position basically.
Yeah.
So that's why he's like tier 1 pick material right now.
Yeah.
You can pick it in the early stage. You are gonna be guaranteed to have impact with him.
Yeah.
And you can play it on any position, so you're not gonna reveal your lineup.
Yeah.
Then that's the secret behind him. Then with so you're strong on the laning stage. If you are playing position 3 or 4, you can deny creeps with the third spell, so you're gonna gain lane advantage.
Yeah.
You are a hero that is hard to kill.
Yeah.
And if you play it on position 4, you can gank after you get level 2 or 3 on the lane.
Yeah.
Imagine that you go mid, you use your stun, and you toss back in your tower the enemy hero. If they got Viper or whatever, you just stun, toss, and he's guaranteed to die. It's extremely good against hero that got no escape, like anything that's not, let's say Viper, Sniper, and so on. Heroes that don't have high mobility.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Cool.
So that's one thing about it. Another thing is that it scales really well. It's like with Wisp. It scales really well on every point in the game. You can, if you get a dagger, you're gonna jump a hero in the fight, a support in general, position 4 or 5, and you're gonna burst him with your combo. You're gonna avalanche and toss, and he's gonna die, and the fight is gonna be 4 against 5 from the start.
Yeah.
And if you are being jumped, there are certain situations where when you can save your carries or your core heroes. You just toss them back.
Yeah.
Or you go in suicide and you stun avalanche and even maybe get a kill, even though you die.
Okay, great. Yeah. And then as the game progresses,
as you usually want to get something like face boots or threads. I prefer threads.
Yeah.
Of course, you get a bottle at the start, and you want to get something like dagger or shadow blade into echo saber, and after that you can get items like Assault Cuirass, Daedalus, Force Staff if you're playing support, even Ghost Scepter if you play against heroes like Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Like Lifestealer, for example, is a really good hero against Tiny.
Yeah.
Everybody usually picks Lifestealer when the enemy got Tiny.
Yeah.
So there's that. And it scales really well in the late game. And his talents are really good as well.
Okay, great. Alright, that sounds pretty compelling. What about people who are from a lower, in the lower skill bracket? So currently in the meta, Tiny actually has a negative win rate, i.e. about a 45-46% win rate. So why does the hero not fare so well in lower skill hands, and why is he more difficult to play, shall we say?
I think it's because, I'm checking the win rates right now, and I see that in almost every bracket it's like 45% win rate.
Yeah.
It's probably because people don't know how to play the hero well, and don't know how to play around the hero. Because there are, for example, in my Tiny games, I usually, let's say we siege the enemy base, right? Mm-hmm. If I see an opportunity to jump a core hero to stun and toss him back, my teammates will react and kill the target that I'm tossing back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But in general, the guys from the lower skill bracket don't know to do stuff like that. They don't know where to be on map to get pickoffs, when to split push, when to jump, what is the right target to jump.
Yeah.
When you should jump, what your position should be in the team fights or on map, and so on. To play Tiny properly, it's like with Wisp. It's the same story. You need to have a good map awareness, and you need to be able to tell where the enemies are and what target are you gonna jump.
Yeah. So understanding your role well.
Yeah.
And playing to it.
Yeah, basically that's the problem.
Okay,
And it's
cool.
not the type of a carry that you can carry games with him. It's not something like anti-mage, like I said, or Juggernaut, that you just farm 6 items, or Medusa, and you're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
With this hero, you actually really need to think about what you're doing in the game.
Yeah, okay, fine. So a much more considered hero. Hence the reason why it's so good in the pro scene, and the rest of us mere mortals are struggling with the hero.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, cool. So finally, let's just end on like counters and stuff. When should you draft Tiny, and when shouldn't you draft Tiny?
So usually you can even start with first pick Tiny in almost every game if you want to play it on position 3 or 4. In general, I think the hero is the best in position 4, like right now. If you play Tiny position 4, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So if you are a position 4 player and you want to first pick it, you can go for it.
Yeah.
And overall, the hero, you can pick the hero at any stage of the game. Like in my games, I have top 100 guys that are picking Tiny mid. Like less pick if they feel that the Tiny is good against their enemy mid hero.
Yeah.
So you can draft the hero at any stage of the game, and what is bad against, usually you don't want to play against heroes that got too much control. Like if they have, like Lifestealer is probably the best hero against Tiny, most likely. Because you cannot do anything to him. He's gonna rage, slow you, and just right click you to that, and you don't have any escape. It's really hard to play like Tiny against Lifestealer. But you want to be careful around heroes that got locked down as well.
Okay. So which heroes is he particularly strong against?
What heroes is he strong against? Heroes that he can burst down really easily, especially all the supports on position 5.
Yeah.
Like you have Witch Doctor, Rubik, Shadow Shaman, Crystal Maiden, Bane, Ancient Apparition, Oracle, Grimstroke. All heroes like this. And it's good against heroes that are like agility carries that are easy to kill.
Example?
Let's say Juggernaut, Troll, Slark, PA, stuff like this.
Okay, great. Lovely. Alright, well that's really great, and a very helpful insight into why Tiny is doing so well right now in the pro scene. So, alright, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for all that, Primate. And to everybody watching, thank you for watching. Obviously hit the like button, subscribe, please share the video and hit the notification bell. But also in the description below there is an Arcana giveaway, and of course the links to Primate's Twitch and YouTube channels. Do check them out as well. Anyway everybody, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.